Are you tired of playing AAA games and you already played the most popular indie games? Well, sucks to be you, I guess. Actually, I got 3 cool indie games for you that I bet you haven't played yet. Let's just cut right to it. The first game is a huge indie gem that I never see anyone talking about, but it is time it got the attention it rightfully deserves. I'm talking about Hollow Knight. Nah, just kidding. Flynn, Son of Crimson is a 2D action platformer. This means that all stages involve a lot of jumping around through perilous hazards, fighting lots of enemies, and eventually reaching the end of the stage where a boss might be waiting. As you can probably tell by now, this game has gorgeous pixel art and great animations, but that's not all. The controls are super tight and responsive, and the music is fun and enjoyable. The weakest link may be the story that, even though it is alright, it is nothing that stands out. You're the chosen one and you gotta get a thing to say your big fluffy doggo. I mean, if that's not all the motivation you need in the world, then what is? After you complete any stage, you're kicked out to the overworld, which lets you select your next destination. This place really reminds me of Super Mario World, since a lot of stages have multiple exits that you gotta discover. As you progress in the game, you'll gather a bunch of these red thingies that you can spend to unlock new sections of your skill tree. This can grant you passive bonuses like just more life or new active skills to use during combat. Some of these powerful skills can only be used if you spend a part of this gauge right here, or you can just use it to enter an enrage mode, which is the mode I enter when anyone says Sticker Star is a good game. Apart from that, you will also unlock more weapons than the default sword and even new magic that can be used not only in combat but in the environment as well. Sadly, this game has a few flaws in my opinion that prevent me from enjoying it fully. The main issue I have is that the level design is not ideal. Stages are pretty long with a lot of combat encounters that don't have much enemy variation, so you end up repeating the same motions again and again and again. I swear to God, if I have to kill one more of these f***ing goblins, I'm gonna lose it. This sadly makes the combat more tedious than fun. I ended up skipping battles whenever I could. Don't get me wrong though, like I mentioned before, this game has so many good things going for it that it is definitely worth your attention. Hopefully the issues I had with it are less of a problem for you and you can enjoy it more than I did. What do you get if you grab just the cutest Goose you've ever seen and give it a fucking machine gun? You get Mighty Goose. If you're familiar with good old Metal Slug, you'll like this game. Mighty Goose is 2D arcade shooting goodness where you go from stage to stage demolishing loads of enemies, grabbing new weapons like shotguns, rocket launchers, or whatever this sappy thing is, all alongside an absolutely fantastic soundtrack that pumps you up. Every once in a while, you run into cool vehicles you can ride like a tank, a bike, and this mech that's straight out of Gurren Lagann.
Just who the hell do you think I am?
By the end of most stages, is of course a big bad boss to defeat, but don't worry, since you got Mighty Mode on your side. When you engage this, you'll be invulnerable and your weapons are boosted for a short time. Just look at how freaking insane the shotgun gets. Once you've cleared a stage, you can go back to your base where you can choose which passive bonuses you wish to equip. Each one uses a certain amount of energy and you only have so much of it, so you gotta choose wisely. You can also select a companion to help you out, which can even be controlled by a second player, and choose an active ability like grenades or something just as powerful like, you know, hunking. And that's Mighty Goose. To be honest, it does have some stuff that I don't love, like, can you understand what's happening on the screen now? Because I certainly can, and I'm the one playing. This makes it so that you can easily get hit without realizing, but my nitpicks pale in comparison to how freaking fun this game is. I mean, look at this shit. This is why I'm currently on my second playthrough. Do you feel like you have too many friends? Constantly struggling to keep up with the sheer amount of social events and dealing with FOMO? Well, do I have the solution for you? You and your friends must play Manic Mechanics, because you'll have nothing to worry about if you hate your friends. Manic Mechanics is a similar game to Overcooked if you play that one, but if you haven't, here's the gist of it. You and 3 future ex-friends can play in co-op or versus mode to fix as many cars as you can before a timer runs out. In order to fix them, coordination is crucial, since there is a lot that must be done. First, grab a broken car part from a conveyor belt, take it to their specific station and clear a unique minigame depending on the part you have in order to fix it, and then take the part to the car itself and place it on it. all while avoiding any potential hazards on the way. Each car demands different parts, and as the game progresses, you're introduced to different ones, as well as their own stations required to fix them. Every once in a while, a shiny part that's already repaired shows up, and it is best that you drop everything you're doing and grab it, or desperately yell at your friend to do so.
Stop what you're doing! Get it away, Dennis!
You'll need those since they are obviously already repaired, plus they are worth more points. These are important since once the timer ends, you're rated based on how many you gather and granted up to 3 cogs. You'll then use these cogs to measure your self-worth in general, but also to open up new areas in the world map. In here, you can choose which stage to go to next, as well as collect some stray cogs. Each new area you reach has a bit of a theme going on and obviously introduces new mechanics as well as hazards into the mix. And that's Manic Mechanics. The only issue I have with it is the fact that these kind of games can often get too chaotic, and it is hard to keep up with what the hell is happening. But that's kind of just part for the course, you know? Oh, and I wish the game show you how many points you need to actually reach each cog on the end screen. Still, if you're into this kind of mess, and I definitely am, I think you'll have a good time. The game keeps you always on your toes, as it often introduces new things to look out for, and it is a great training in self-restraint from killing your fellow human beings. And those are 3 cool indie games you haven't played yet. Or maybe you have, I don't know. If you got any recommendations of your own, drop them in the comments. I make sure to read all of them, so I'll keep an eye out for anything I can add to another video like this one. If you haven't subscribed yet, what the fuck, I thought we were friends. But I'll let it pass if you do so now. That's all for now, so have a great day and I'll see you around.